Hello and welcome back to Poppin' Bubbles podcast. We're here today in Utrecht at National Exposition 2023. I'm your host Lisa.
And I'm Stefan, and we're having some short talks with some of the people that have been walking around here all day. So first off, who do we have in this corner?
Yeah, my name is Manon Leister, and I'm an innovation consultant and innovation boosters.
Mart Nicolai, and just as Manon, I'm an innovation consultant at Innovation Boosters.
Cool. And who do we have over here?
I'm Anel of and I'm from Kazakhstan. So I study here for 2 years now at UvA, and hopefully gonna finish my school in a year.
Nice.
So, Mart and Manon, how are you experiencing today?
It's been a lot of fun. We were already discussing so we are both alumni, and it's just fun to also see with our new innovation hat, to just see the different projects, see what they came up with and the impact they are making, and just the difference being a student and being an innovation consultant. It's quite funny to see that you do see different things differently.
It provides you with a sort of perspective to how you developed over the years, and the perspective from then and now. And still, I was already telling some other people today that usually when you went to these events or the National Exposition, I think it was named differently a bit back then, but then I was always a bit sort of nervous at the start of the day.
Yeah.
And obviously I never really told anyone, but nowadays I can safely express that. And I woke up this morning, I was like, having those vibes again, right? Even though it's nothing to be nervous about, but I still have that feeling because it's a good day.
Yeah, it's still the same event. I think you feel that.
Yeah,
exactly.
Just cheering on your projects. Yeah.
But I also feel the energy. It's really it's kind of cool. I thought that the kickoff was really energetic. I don't know. I just liked it. It was nice. All right. So, could you maybe tell a little bit more about your project?
So basically, I'm from UvA Enactus, and we do insect-based crackers. So the company right now, we're called Crick&Crack. I think you were one of the judges at our competition. Maybe you heard about the thing. So last year we started with doing insect-based protein shakes, but then the team kind of fell apart, and then only 3 people, and then we got 2 new members, and after that we were thinking, how do we make it applicable for bigger audience, so for a wider range of people, and we were thinking, people in the Netherlands like beer, so we that's a statement.
Solid idea.
Love it.
That's very good.
So we decided to do something really as basically a snack for beer, and we did insect crackers, and now we finished our final product. I think some of our people also brought them with us, so if you guys want to try, you can definitely try afterwards. So now we finished the product, and now we're at the stage to actually start to market and sell the product, but we don't know how to, because it's such a novel product, and every time we tell that to the local bars near Amsterdam, everyone is just like, no, it's not the time for it now. We don't think we're going to get it. We don't think we're going to sell it here, sorry. But there's one bar right near our campus, and they actually sell dried crickets already as a snack. So we were planning to collaborate with them maybe next year. So basically that's what's happening right now, and we're trying to think how to market it, because of course we thought of social media, we're going to start it soon, but is there any other way that we can actually attract sales, because it's such a crazy idea, everyone says that to us.
Well, I think innovative products are not short of crazy ideas, so
How to market them in general, these innovative ideas.
Yes, to be completely honest, we are very much focused on the innovation part. So I'm not going to pretend that I'm an expert on marketing here. So, but if I listen to your question, I think one of the main things you should be considering or look into is what is the target audience? Why is one restaurant willing to sort of buy it, and why is the other one not? So you can really pinpoint what to focus on in your marketing. But Have you talked to anyone about this, or do you have an idea about this?
That's the thing. we tried to talk. We have a business advisor as well for us, a business coach. And yeah, but because we just finished the product, now we're trying to plan what the next step should be for the next team. Because unfortunately, most of us are leaving next year in Enactus. And yeah, so we want to basically give them a path to actually do something with the project, because we also care about it ourselves as well. We put so much work into it, actually did the product, actually tasted it. That's why, yeah, we try to see where to go. But the problem with, I think, like just people in general don't accept it yet, you know? And our main goal is to like make it acceptable. Because when people serve this dried crickets there, at the company, people come and they just wanted to try it as an adventure. But they don't want to actually accept it, you know? Like we want to make insects more acceptable in the Netherlands, for example. Yeah.
Yeah, I think when I was reading like the pairing here, I was kind of thinking about like innovation, the innovation literature, and like how you have like early adopters and that kind of stuff. Yeah, is that something you guys also look into?
Yeah, so indeed, so who are these early adapters? But it's also about validating assumptions. So you make sort of a assumption what could be the first or the early adapter, and maybe you can even choose 3 different personas, I would say. So who can be some target audiences, and then you're gonna test it out, because it's always based on assumptions, I would say. So the first step is figuring out what kind of target audiences you want to test out, by, for example, having 3 audiences, and then also really state what are their hobbies, what do they like to do indeed in their free time, what are maybe the different job positions that they have. These kind of things, so really have a sort of elaborate view on what these personas could be. That is really the first step, I would say, just having these personas in place. And we as innovation consultants, it's marketing is also an experimental design. So I would just really do it like innovation, like an innovation methodology, and then experiment with it.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's, listening to that, is that anything you've worked with or tried out, or because we can ramble on about the innovation process and stuff you can do. That's all in there, but to sort of, is there anything like this that you've tried or anything you've worked on?
So what we did, we went to Amstel Station in Amsterdam, and we heard that some people actually also tried to talk to the people and then let them test their product. So that's what we also did. And we walked around, we were asking, like, telling them about our product, just random people at the station. And most of them had positive feedback for us. Yeah. So at the same time, it was like we tried to talk to a lot of people. So not just, for example, students or our age, we also talked to older people as well. So that's one thing that we tried, but also we already started to think about what we want to do with the social media. We also have a content plan roughly done. So we're just on this stage of like actually thinking how to do and what to do.
And so what I'm thinking is like, so you did this research, or you just walked about, which I actually really like. We always tend to tell our sort of clients to get out of the building, start talking to people, because you don't know from just thinking about it. So well done. And secondly, I was thinking, like, were there any specific groups or any specific people that were more sort of reacting to it or like super interested in it? Because it's very interesting to pinpoint which specific groups could be interested in it. Because if you pinpoint which groups are interested, so for example with the personas, then you can sort of build your marketing towards that. You can adapt your idea to it. And the approach that Manon showed is one way, but so still my question remains, did you have any sort of specific groups that were interested in it?
I think so, but it was also like our age people, like 20 to 30 years old. They already heard of people eating insects, you know, and we also asked them about what do they do? Do they study or do they work? So we also wrote everything down for our own research. So I think older people also were interested. They were shocked as well, but they were willing to try it, and they liked it because we had the 2 batches. We were doing both buffalo worm crackers and cricket crackers at that time.
Worm. I felt like buffalo flavored. buffalo chicken.
Maybe that's because I'm hungry.
Maybe that's a good idea. Yeah. You coat them in something and then they
I think so. And then we were telling them, like, you can try both, and then what do you like more? And then everyone liked the cricket version more, maybe because of the taste as well. Buffalo worm was a bit more bitter if you overcook it as well in the oven. Yeah, so we also asked them about like the product, which they like more, and after that we finalized what we're actually using as the base for the insect crackers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what I always find interesting is that when you ask people what they think of it or if they would buy it, they tend to say yes. And I think just interviewing people is very different than their behavior. So if they say yes, it doesn't mean that they are definitely also going to buy it. So by finding sort of experiments that not only show what they say, but also what they do, that would also maybe be a good next step. Just to test out.
Like secret, like kind of observing it while...
Something like that, indeed.
And you could even do that in a sort of interview, but the most important thing is to ask about the past. So not ask what they would be interested in, because that is basically could be creative thinking, but you want to know specifics of the past to know, because then it's less, there's always bias when you interview, but then it's less subjective. Then you know ask about specific situations in which they were interested in something or ate something or whatsoever. Then comes close to observation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that's really cool. Actually, I've learned something today.
Every conversation we have, we learn something new for sure.
We're the biggest benefactors.
Yeah,
of
we're
this
just hearing everything. We're writing
Yeah.
some things down. We're just analyzing everything we hear. So
that being said, I think our time is up for
Already.
now. Yeah, I know people sit down. You can sit here for hours. Feel free. We can maybe set something up in the future. But for now, thank you.
yeah, thank you so much for taking time, for sitting down with us. And we wish you all the best. And the rest of the day, we wish you to have fun and enjoy.
This was Popping Bubbles at the National Exposition in the Jaarbeurs in Utrecht. And, thank you very much.
Thanks, guys.